Good clean fight. Ya recibieron las instrucciones que es una pelea limpia. Legal punches, golpes legales, here for you. Here for you. Touch gloves, glove to both of you. Buenos de los dos.
You get a Japanese fighter in Subaru Murata who's got devastating punching power and skill and who admires Naoya Inoue and Hozume Hasegawa. On the other side, Juan Centeno from Nicaragua. He said, I admire Alexis Arguello and Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez. They step into the ring and anything can happen. Bernardo Soon alongside Hall of Famer Timothy Bradley. Impressive last outing for Subaru Murata. What are you anticipating from him tonight?
You know what, I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't see a whole lot in his last fight, but I just saw that he was sharp, he was accurate, he was pinpointing with that left hand, his backhand. And I'm expecting the same tonight. I mean, when I saw him on the card, I was excited. I was like, yes, I want to see more of this young man. So let's see how he performs tonight.
Great footwork, quick hands, devastating punching power. And speaking with his trainer, Augie Sanchez, who is the former featherweight fighter who is the last American to ever beat Floyd Mayweather in the amateurs. Well, he told me tonight, look out for that left uppercut because that's one thing they've been working on now since people are going to expect that straight left, that left uppercut to the body.
Yeah, this is Southpaw versus Orthodox battle. You know, you hear this all the time. This here is a open stance battle. Both of these guys are going to be looking to land their back foot, their backhands, and trying to get their left foot or their lead foot on the outside of their opponent's lead foot to be able to line up their backhand.
You see the first left of the body from Murata. Centeno is a fighter that started boxing at age 10. His father took him to the gym, and he just fell in love with the sport like so many people do. And he's had a rough go of it of late because he's 3-3-1 in his last 7, but he's faced all unbeaten opponents who are 52-0-1 combined. And now they said, okay, your next test is Subaru Murata, who can crack.
Well, this is his day job. This is his night job, day job, you know what you want to name it. I mean, this is how he makes a living. Obviously, he's in there fighting against, you know, tough, stiff competition. And you know, the coolest thing about, you know, fighters that choose to do this and make a living for themselves, sometimes they make more money than the actual prospect.
Sometimes they got to overpay young men to take the fight against prospects. Well, Centeno actually does have a day job. He's an industrial welder out there in New Orleans. So he understands about dealing with the heat inside the ring.
New Orleans. Oh, yeah, I love New Orleans.
You got family out there, don't you?
I got family in Louisiana, baby. Yes, yes. But New Orleans is my spot, man. Y'all already know. Y'all see my physique. Good eating. That's what I'm all about.
Ooh, man, it just made me want a beignet.
Oh, a beignet? You get that powder on around your mouth. I'm telling you. Murata right now is just controlling range. He's controlling it extremely well, actually. Using his jab, probing. You know, you see the lead hand battle from both fighters. Trying to get himself in position.
10 segundos para la campana. 10 seconds.
Centeno takes a body shot from Subaru Murata and survives round number 1. We'll listen in to Augie Sanchez. And they talked about how they communicate. They said, look, the international language of boxing.
All right, deep breath. There you go. Take it off, please. Put your legs out. Hey, keep your jab more, okay? Pop, pop, mix up. Okay, relax more, but you gotta use your jab more. Okay, pop, pop, up and down. Okay, start shooting that Hirari Hara. Okay, that shot and the uppercut. Okay, start shooting the uppercuts or to the body. Okay. Okay, they're open. Okay, so use the jab, pop, pop, feint, move, come up the middle, back to the body. Yeah. All right. All right, yeah, let's start, keep that jab, that's good. Yeah, all right.
Now, I don't know Japanese, but our producer, Mike Mascaro, spent a lot of his childhood in Japan. He says Hidari means right hand, so that's why Augie Sanchez learned a little bit of Japanese, one word.
Yeah.
And Subaru understands jab, uppercut, those universal boxing terminology.
Right. Well, I'm glad he does, because I don't understand. Oh.
I mean, our papers say that Murata's 5'7", and that Centeno's 5'5". Somebody's lying. Because Murata looks huge.
You know males be lying about their height. You know, I'm 5'9", to be honest with you. Telling you, I got 5'9" on my 5'9" on my license.
Is
No le
that
tengas la cabeza, Juan.
when you
But that's the
blew up
upside
with your
down.
big
No,
hair?
it's the upside down.
when you had your hair?
Yeah, if you turn the 9 up the other way,
That's six.
I'm 5'6".
Well, right now, Murata goes down and it's a trip. Obviously, you mentioned the fact that when a southpaw and an orthodox come together, sometimes their feet get tangled, and Centeno's trying to win that battle and establishing his outside foot. And he's stepping on Murata right there. He's crafty and it worked for him. Step and pop.
See, that one right there was the old, I'm going to go down to your body with the right hand. I caught you earlier with the right hand, but now I'm going to loop the shot over the top. And that's a punch that a lot of the southpaws are not used to, is the looping right hand. They're used to the straight one, but not the loop one.
But you know what Murata's not used to? Is somebody stepping on his foot and not allowing him to step back and get out of range.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I'm going to have to definitely reassess Murata. His last fight, he looked spectacular. This fight, he looks okay. He looks average, about average. Nothing special.
How about that? That was a nice body shot from Murata.
Put together well. He's piecing his combinations together extremely well, but his head is.
Ooh, there it is. That's a left uppercut, and down goes
He
Centeno.
got heavy
What you
hands.
talk about, Tim?
He got some heavy hands, my goodness.
5, 6, 7. ¿Cómo estás?
He
8.
got some
Camina
heavy
para mí.
hands.
Manos para arriba. ¿Estás bien?
Augie Sanchez told us the left uppercut, it could be to the body, but that one was right to the chin. And you don't want to upset Murata. There's a nice right hand from Centeno that catches Murata coming in. He got a little bit lackadaisical, and he almost paid the price. But here comes Murata with the onslaught. There's that straight left. Body work from Murata. Oh, what a way to catch him in the center of the ring with shots downstairs.
Well, did he just turn up? He just turned up another level, didn't he?
Yeah, because he heard what you said. He doesn't understand a lot of English, but he did not like what you said, Tim. There's that body shot from Subaru Murata. Oh, that's a right to the body. And you see how Centeno's digging deep, just trying to stay on his feet. But his right hand is still dangerous here in round number 2. Oh, there's a fight. We have a fight here inside the Palms Resort and Casino. Centeno giving Murata all he could handle, but Murata coming back with shots that put Centeno down.
I love it. I have to tell you, I love it. Look at this offense from both these guys, these gentlemen tonight. Look at that short left uppercut. It's just well placed. He never saw it coming. It wasn't hard. He didn't dig underneath. Just a nice short shot right underneath, right on the chin. You see the reaction right there from Centeno. Beautiful shot. Usually when guys do happy feet like that, it's normally when they get caught on the temple. Normally when he caught him on the chin and he gave him happy feet. On the chin. That's power.
I mean, he made him dance a little bit of salsa there.
Yes.
But you see the experience of Centeno going down, because if he stays there for 2 seconds more, Murata tees off on
If that
him.
was anyway, it would have been over.
Come on,
I mean,
this is his fifth professional
I know,
fight.
but I'm just saying. Anyway, what he won a world championship? I think it was either his fourth fight, I believe.
But you're trying to compare every
No.
Japanese fighter now to Inoue? Come on, man. It's like saying every Mexican fighter is Julio Cesar Chavez.
I was just saying, man. He
Hey,
should
but
have
he
saw
was
he hurt
tested.
him. He should have saw he hurt him. That's something that he can develop. He should have saw he hurt him. He should have followed up with a shot.
But Tim,
Yeah.
he got hurt in that round. He got caught a couple times by the rights from Centeno. So Centeno earned the respect of Murata as well. He just couldn't walk in. He's got to set up his shots like he's doing here.
Well, I'm just letting you know.
Stop.
If I hit a
No le
guy
tengas
and
la
he has
cabeza y
happy
pégale.
feet for
Okay, here we
about
go.
a second or
Box.
so, you should be there. He was close enough. He could have followed up. It's just part of learning. It's all good.
Oh, you mean in that sequence?
Yes. in
Don't
that
give him a
sequence.
chance to
Don't
go
give
down.
him a chance to go.
Help him.
Help him go down.
Stop.
Okay, that I can agree on.
Yeah,
Box.
that's all I'm saying, baby. Oh,
What a nice left again. There's that jab that sets everything up for Murata.
see, he was just playing. He was just playing the first 2 rounds.
Well, Centeno's not playing.
No, Centeno looking for the home run, and Murata got to be careful. Because, again, I always tell you folks at home, somebody that's hurt is deadly because they're fighting for their life. And Centeno, that's what he's looking for. He's looking for just a looping shot.
Centeno's fighting for Heidi, his wife, and their 2 daughters, Leah and Lindsay Sophia. He says, they're my inspiration. And right now, that's what's keeping him on his feet, because Murata's landing some quick shots, a looping right hand from Murata, who's setting up the body work.
Look at that. Look how he's placing these shots, though. I mean, they're not just throwing shots. They're placed with power and precision. Look at that.
He's breaking him down.
Breaking
when you
him
talk
down.
about digging to the body, this is what you mean. And it's with the right and left hands. And
it's
Centeno's got
consistent.
heart.
It's consistent. It's consistent. Yes, consistency. He's letting his hands go at close quarters, but he's picking his shots.
Ooh, Centeno comes back with the right hand. He's got a heart of steel, this young Nicaraguan. And now Murata is working on his defense, because one of the notes that I have about Murata is he can get careless defensively, and that's what Centeno's taking advantage of.
Yes.
Because he depends on his offense.
But good defense. You know, moments like this, when you have a tough guy like Centeno, you know, sometimes you don't have to do the offense. Sometimes you can play defense,
Stop.
let him wear down a little
Break.
bit,
Take a breather. Here we go. Box.
then you can surge. You can have a surge, and you can finish strong on him.
This is a 6-rounder for Subaru Murata, and Centeno just proven to be very tough and
Yes.
making sure that Murata understands that he's in a fight. No matter how much punishment he's dishing out, there's going to be something coming back. But man, that right under
10
the
seconds.
armpit.
Stop at the bell.
Oh,
10
goodness.
segundos.
Yes.
Para la campana.
You got to give Centeno a ton of credit for standing in there and taking these type of shots.
Oh, yeah, his spirit is
From
not
Murata.
broken at all. His spirit is not broken. He's in this fight, Bernardo.
Let's listen to Chase Dixon with Centeno.
Ya no puedes. No, no.
I can't anymore.
Wait, hold on.
I can't.
Tranquilo. ¿Por qué? ¿Qué
No
tienes?
more.
Bro,
I'm tired. I'm exhausted.
stop the fight.
Time.
Stop the fight, man. The dude just...
Hey, uno más. ¿Qué sientes?
No, cansado que me... No, no voy a seguir ya.
He says he cannot continue. He can't breathe. He's tired. Okay.
The fight is over, and thank goodness that
Man.
referee Raul Caiz Jr. listened to the fighter, because
Yes.
his cornerman was going to send him out, Tim.
Oh, man, I was about to throw a pin at his corner man. Man, I'm like saying to myself, like, your fighter just said that he wants to stop. Stop the match. You don't have to think about it. Stop the match. He doesn't want to continue.
He gave you everything he could. I mean, we were just marveling at the valor that he had,
Yes.
and how he was making Subaru Murata fight in that ring. Hey, when he tells you, I gave you everything
Yes.
I had, you cannot send him out.
No.
It's easy to be very brave with somebody else's help.
Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? I'm glad that the doctor came up, and I'm glad that the referee stepped in and decided to stop this match. Man, I just can't respect that, man. I can't respect that from the corner. I really can't, because your job as a trainer, yes, is to train you, but it's also to get you home safely to your family. And when I heard that, I'm just saying to myself, like, what are you doing? He says he can't continue, man. What don't you understand about that? Clearly saying it.
I mean,
So-
there was two things. One thing, sometimes you hear a guy say, I can't.
Yeah.
And you believe, maybe I think what his trainer Chase Dixon was trying to do was, give me a minute, let's see where we are. But the shots that Centeno took from Subaru Murata at the end of the round, the way he was panting and catching his breath, that's why he said he couldn't continue.
It was all of the body work. That's what it was. It was accumulation from the body work. All the damage that he took throughout the course of those last 2 rounds was no joke. And he's buzzed a couple of times throughout the fight as well. That shot right there, splitting the guard. You see him heavy over his front foot, Centeno is. Gets clipped with that shot. And you see Murata, he comes forward, but he didn't notice it quick enough.
He says he cannot
And this is the
continue.
finish.
He can't breathe. He's tired. Okay.
I mean, that is great work. We talk about when the corner doesn't protect the fighter, that's the job of the doctor and
Yeah,
the referee.
yeah.
Today, they did their job. And,
Yes.
and that's great to see, because everybody who steps into this building has a job to do tonight. We have a job to do. Everybody in that ring has a job to do. But you mentioned it. The first job is for every fighter to go back home healthy to their families. Let's send it up to Mark Chinook for the official time of the stoppage.
Ladies and gentlemen, here inside the Palms Hotel Casino Resort in Las Vegas, Nevada, Raul Caiz Jr., the doctor ringside in the blue corner, determined the fighter can no longer continue. Therefore, your winner by technical knockout, Subaru Murata.
End of round 3, and Overall, what's your...
I'm going to have to retract what I said. He was just playing. He was just playing in there. You know, maybe he was downloading information, but, man, when he turns it on and he really wants it, my God.